Right. I'm almost lost for words. I'm with David Sanchez. Okay, you're going to say, is David Sanchez? But David Sanchez works for Maurice Lacroix. Maurice Lacroix make some of the best watches, which we'll look at in a minute, in the world, in my opinion, because of what goes into them. This guy, he comes up with the ideas. How frigging cool is that? How often do you actually get to meet the person who goes, do you know what, I think I'll design a watch tomorrow. So cool. Right, so we're just going to jump straight in with it. David, lovely to meet you.
That's a nice introduction.
I love my intros.
One ever.
This is the way you introduce a genius. Okay, so look at the modesty on this guy's face.
I will send it to my wife.
I'll make sure the copy of this goes to your wife, as a promise. In actual fact, I'll hand deliver it if you want me to. I don't know what his wife looks like anyway. He's got a great personality. You need a personality. When you're making watches, you don't want to be like... So you thought, seriously, go on, you knew what you were thinking. What did David do? Was he a professional footballer, you know? Makes bloody watches. You think he was like an old man. Anyway, let's talk to David. Let's find out a little bit more about Maurice Lacroix and what goes into making some of these watches. And I know we've had some lovely stories. So David's going to tell me a bit. Before we even start, how the hell did you end up making watches?
Well, I mean, it's a long story. So my background is completely different. I'm a historian as a background, and I had to change one day.
A historian?
Historian.
What's a historian do?
In watches, a lot of things to do, because in watches everything is history at
Right.
the end of the day. So
yeah.
So then it's not a question about all my life, but let's say I jumped into this world 15 years ago, and
Okay.
still here, because watches is really a question of passion. And at the end, when you develop those kind of products, you put something of yourself.
Yeah,
and
100%.
And this is unique in this industry, to have the opportunity to work with designers, to work with technicians, and at the end, all the technology that you put in something which is so small.
Yeah.
This is just amazing.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
It's a little piece of you in every one of them.
It's a little piece of Maurice Lacroix of us, because it's not only me, it's
a
it's
piece
the
of Maurice Lacroix.
It's a piece of Maurice Lacroix.
But then there's a bit of your DNA going into each one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
So what we're not going to do today is go through all the different models. We're just going to show a couple of nice watches and explain. Because they have, just go on the website, you can look it up, mauricelacroix.com, I presume. Fantastic, you can see all the different ones. But today we are going to concentrate on one particular collection, which is called the Masterpiece Collection.
Masterpiece Collection.
Check this out, Dave. Over to you.
So, Masterpiece, it's a collection of Maurice Lacroix since 1992.
Right.
It's the collection where, in fact, we develop our own movements. You know, in the watch industry, basically you purchase movement to other companies, to main suppliers.
Oh,
and
you
that's
do?
it. Yeah, you do.
I didn't know that.
Which is normal, which is okay, which is very good. And we also do that.
Oh, okay.
In Maurice Lacroix, part of the collection, we also do that, like the other.
So I dare say, I don't like the word cheaper, but the less expensive watches that you guys produce have a different movement to these ones.
Exactly.
Much cheaper.
Because this is the top of our collection. Starting 4,500 Swiss francs and then ending up at 10,500. So this is our limit.
Yeah.
And here, in this bracket, we develop our own movements. Since 10 years now, and we've developed 14 different calibers. And this, I mean, putting in the context, we are in an independent brand. We are 85 people. Very small company. We're like very small company with very educated people and very passionate people. And we developed in the last 10 years 14 different movements. And you have to know that developing one movement is just a huge way. It's just really an adventure until you go to the final watch. I mean, a movement is around 200 different components.
Really?
Yes. So here on this Masterpiece Collection, we think about the complication. So we have, you know, we put on the wall, we make some pictures and we say we want this, we want that, we want this, we want that. So we create on the paper, and then from the paper we go on the computer, from the computer we go on the machine, from the machine we go decorating, from decorating we assemble, and then we have our own calibers. And then you have also all the tests, all the homologation, all the quality control. I mean,
I've got a quick question. What is the difference? Yeah, don't go too detailed on me here because I'm only a novice when it comes to this. What's the difference between a movement? What makes a difference?
I mean, it's the complication that you put inside, what you want to indicate.
So the number of pieces?
The number of pieces, the complication, the tourbillon, the retrograde, the functions. It's basically a question of functions.
Yeah.
What kind of functions you want to give.
The functions.
Exactly.
I understand that. So if it's got, say, this one, where is it? This has got 3 dials. So this is, no, it's got 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 indications, 4 in fact, because here we have 2. I mean, and the topic in Maurice Lacroix,
Yeah.
here, this is a really good example, for example, and because here we're talking about the retrograde functions.
Yes.
Okay, so it's going back. So we have here, for example, a double retrograde of Maurice Lacroix. And since more than 25 years, Maurice Lacroix has a huge reputation into retrograde. It's
retrograde.
Retrograde means that here you see, you have, for example, here the date.
Ah, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 5, 7,
yes.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And when it ended at 31,
yeah, and it was,
which is next Friday,
yeah,
then on Saturday,
yeah,
off.
it drops back.
Up, drops back and starts to 1, 2, etc.
But supposing the month only finishes at 30.
Yes, you need to push this small button here.
Ah, okay, okay. So you can tell it.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah, that's
It
cool.
is not a quantième perpétuel.
No.
This is a date
I
retrograde.
love his accent. It just says it so nicely. You know, he could say like, you know, toilet, and it would be like,
No, we said toilet.
yeah. See, you see what I mean? Let's not talk dirty. Sorry.
Masterpiece. Let's focus on masterpiece, right?
Let's focus.
So we have the GMT retrograde, the date retrograde, the small second, and we have here the power reserve. So
Power reserve.
Power reserve.
So if you wind it up, you can actually.
You see the hand here?
Oh, it's moving.
Of course.
Wow. Look, it's going up.
Of course. Up, 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 up.
Oh, that's amazing. So how many times do you have to wind it to get it full?
I mean, if you wear the watch 24 hours a day, you don't have, because it's remain a full capacity. Okay, if you just wear your watch and on the night you put it on the, somewhere else,
it'll come down slowly.
it's come down slowly because it has a power reserve of 45 hours. So basically,
Wow.
it works 45 hours without touching anything. And this is the automatic system that we have, for example, in this watch. You see this rotor?
Yes.
Which is rotating like this.
Yeah.
So this, at the end, you have here inside a spring.
Yeah.
You know how it works, a spring?
Yeah, it gets
I mean,
tight.
when you have a spring like this,
yeah.
and you push it, you turn it,
yeah, it gets
and you push in your hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Then let's say you open your hand.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
This is energy.
Okay. What type of energy?
This is a lot of energy. And all the watches,
yeah.
the automatic watches, the mechanical watches, they are built
around
this energy. Because this energy, what we do here is that instead of opening the hand like this, we open it very, very slowly and we control
the energy release.
The energy to make that this energy is 1 second.
And you wondered how a watch worked. How simple explanation was that?
Very simple.
In your hand, slowly, and the spring is opening. That's
the system. It's very easy to understand.
It's amazing. So
here
we've learned quite a bit already here.
Thank you very much.
Already we've learned how a watch works using energy. 2, we've learned about the different functions, which changes the movement. The retrograde. Retrograde.
Retrograde.
Yeah, I'm French. I can't do the accent. And now because this is nothing. I know we spoke about this earlier, but explain to me, how many people have worked on that watch before we get to touch it?
I mean, if we consider, and this is kind of official statistic from the Swiss watch industry, but if you really add and you sum up the people who think, the designer, the technical constructor, the guy who are making the prototypes, the guy who are producing the dial, producing the component of the movement, producing the hand, producing the strap, producing the component of the case, producing the sapphire crystal.
How many, David? Tell me.
I am managing expectations. Let me finish my story. Then you add all the people who want to do the marketing, the communication, etc., etc., etc. All these people. At the end, when you are the last person of touching the watch, before that it's around 2,000 people. Yeah, I mean, only to produce this dial, which is a kind of complicated dial, but not the most complicated of the world, but it's kind of complicated because you have clou de paris, you have microbillage, it's kind of deep. You have
2,000
You have
people.
around 20 to 25 different operations. That means 20 to 25 different people behind the machine or behind a watch desk to just produce this dial.
And that for 4,500 Swiss francs. So 2,000 people, and you know, a beautiful watch like that. That's value for money.
Yes, because at the end, I mean, we can talk about prices.
Yes, of course.
This is 4,500 Swiss francs.
Which is around £3,900.
Correct. So this,
I mean,
and frankly speaking, here we really have something which is unique. I mean,
So-
everybody says we are unique and blah blah blah. You know that. But masterpiece or unique complication of Maurice Lacroix, this
Yep.
level of decoration below 5,000 Swiss francs, this is a huge performance.
it's amazing. I can't believe you do
It's
it.
totally amazing.
Show me your most expensive watch.
My most expensive watch is this one.
Oh, stand by, guys.
It's the Gravity one.
So I get very excited.
Yeah.
My favourite watch.
So look at this.
Notice I'm not wearing a watch.
So
I'll mention that.
this is the Gravity watch.
David.
So, so here
This
we,
is Gravity, yeah?
this is Gravity watch, yeah. So,
And why did you call it Gravity?
so we call it Gravity because in fact the, you know.
Don't
all
break
the-
it.
No, I don't break it. Just put it on the right.
Are you putting the right time?
Right.
I wouldn't know what to do with this. So, oh, he's making it. Oh, it's all moving. You want to see
So
it move?
all the hurt,
The heart,
the
yeah.
heart of the movement. Normally, this part is below the dial, so
Yeah,
it's
you
on the
don't
other
s-
side.
yeah,
so,
yeah,
it does,
exactly.
so here we just turn it,
Oh my
Okay.
God! Look at
and
that.
we put it on the front. Then we cover it
Yeah.
with a really nice glass box. So you can see here that
Might
there
be
is
difficult on our
the,
little camera.
yes, but try to figure it out.
Yeah, I can
and,
figure it out.
And means that there is a lot of volume here between, so that the hurt is like in the middle of this space. That's why we call it the gravity. It's gravitating.
It's gravitating to the space. I get
So
it.
this is really kind of, it's totally unique. You never find this complication in any other company. You have the hour, the minute, the small second at 6 o'clock. And here, one of the things we did this year, because this is also the story of Maurice Lacroix. We are cool playing with mechanics, but then we are also like to play with design. We are
Yeah.
classical, but with this pepper, you know, with this chili. We like to be this small twist.
Spicy.
Spicy. Yeah, spicy. I mean, that's true. That's really our DNA. We
Yeah.
are classical, but with spicy. So we did here, for example, this decoration on the movement.
Yeah.
It's kind of totally unique.
Right.
It's like waves.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. And we said, okay, we need to find a nice name for that because we are so spicy.
Of course,
Right.
it had to be a French name.
It had to be a French name. It had to be something which is, you know, that makes you smile because this is the Maurice Lacroix style.
Yeah.
And we call it the vague, which means waves.
Waves. Yeah.
Du Jura,
Du Jura.
vague du Jura, because our manufacturer is located really in the heart of the Jura.
And the Jura is the mountains, aren't
It's the
they?
mountains.
Near Geneva.
No, not near Geneva, but up to.
Failed
up to,
geography, by the way, in school.
between, let's say, between Lausanne and Basel. Let's say.
Okay.
Not so far away from Geneva.
Yeah. I was close.
Not so bad.
So you named it after the mountains where the factory is, and you said
Because of the
got
design.
a wave.
Exactly. So we named it Vague du Jura.
How much is one of these?
This is 10,500 Swiss francs, so I think it's 8,900.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally.
Yeah, that's the effect of
Amazing.
Maurice Lacroix. This is the effect of
You
the-
would think, seriously, looking at that, you would think you've got a 25, 30,000 pound watch
Yeah.
there. That is absolutely stunning.
But this is exactly what we want to create with Maurice Lacroix.
And you're
The-
creating it.
the perceived value. I mean, at the end of the day, what we want to create to our customers,
Mm.
we explain the watch, they take in the hand, and then we give the price, and they are like, oh, how is it possible? And this is the style of Maurice Lacroix.
Do you know what, David? I could talk to David all afternoon. You can see we are gelling well here, big time. Okay, if he weren't married, I think we'd be out in the town. David Sanchez, you are the creative director
It's
of
a-
an amazing brand.
It's a question of team. It's not only me. It's a team. It's
The
very
very modest genius behind Maurice Lacroix.
No.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
It's been, I want to do more with you. We'll come back to David. We're going to do some more stuff with him, but we're going to do it in the factory when he's
Yes.
See?
Come
I
on.
knew he'd like that.
Come on.
So
come
we'll
to the
come back.
factory. I will show you everything. We have some really interesting stuff there.
You're on.
Thanks you very much. That
Thank
was a
you.
real pleasure.
Real pleasure.
Thank you.
Love it. Thank you.
Good.
Guys, don't forget, if you want to see more, if you want to learn more, you've got to subscribe. If you don't subscribe, you ain't going to find out anything. Cars, boats, watches, everything us guys love. Keep an eye out for it.